Hi everyone, this is Dr. Faver here, and for the teaching moments this week, I want to talk about cats. I have a lot of people say, why don't you talk more about cats? Why in your introductory to science or your advanced courses, why don't you talk about cats? The reality is, I do all the time. The thing is I just don't specify a lot. Realizing cats are not that different than our other animals. They do have their quirks, and I try to point those out. One of the biggest quirks they have is the fact that they groom. So any products we use on them, we have to be safe enough that they can actually consume them. So that's where we have to take a look at it. And they are very sensitive to a lot of medications, a lot of drugs and things like that. So those are the kind of things that we take into consideration. Now, cats as a whole, one of the biggest problems that we get is, if they're not able to groom, or if the hair starts getting greasy or whatever, they stop grooming. And so then we start getting a lot of grease build up on them. Now, the common thought out there is, well, if it's greasy, let's degrease it. And a lot of times we'll use things like the Chub Bar, we'll use dish soap, we'll do things to degrease them. That's really taking it in the wrong direction, because the reason they build up grease or oils is the fact that the skin's irritated. And the oils are the body's way of trying to protect itself. And so they start producing all these oils to try to protect themselves. And if we take it all away, what we do is just send the body into shock, and it overproduces as a response. So we get into this vicious cycle, and we don't even realize that we're adding to it, not taking away from it. So it's important to understand that we use the right products, we use the right techniques. You should never degrease any animal. Those oils are very, very important. So we need to think about that as we move forward. So instead of degreasing, one of the things that we do is we use the close, open, close technique. And that's probably one of the most important things we can think about, because if we're using close, open, close with the right products, it'll break down those oils, because oils in the conditioner will break down the oils in the skin and coat. But we also need a humectant in there so we hydrate, because those oils will dry out. If we do a good job and take care of that, then most of these cats will go back to grooming. But when that hair mats up, just think about how painful it would be to run a comb through it, let alone that barbed tongue. So using close, open, close becomes very, very important in these cats. The other thing is using the right products. Yves Saint Bernard's come out with cat products. They're absolutely wonderful. And, if you haven't tried it, don't limit it just to the cats. A lot of the dogs, especially your Yorkies and Silkies, those work out very nicely also. Technique, right products, all those things add up to good results. But let's not degrease them. Let's take care of that coat, because when we're done, not only do we want a clean pet, we also want a healthy pet. And if we removed all the oils, we've created a problem, and now that skin is no longer healthy. Hope that helps. If you want more information, definitely I encourage you to go through our Certified Pet Esthetician program, especially the Introductory to Science. I think everybody should take that. If you're in the animal industry, you're working with pets, whether you're the groomer, you're the bather, you're the receptionist, you're the owner, you're a veterinary technician, you're a veterinarian, you need to understand how that hair and skin works, because otherwise we make bad mistakes on that. And degreasing is probably one of the top on my list. When we degrease it, we strip all the oils off. When we strip all the oils off, they itch and start having skin problems. The next thing we know, we've got an infection, we've got a problem. So let's see if we can do better on that. So hope that helps. If you have more questions, you want more information, feel free to reach out.